house, every Arizona homeowner's best friend.
There's a specific time of year and way to harvest the mesquite bean.
Yes, it's very specific. I've been doing it about 10 years, and it is June. And so I just have all my mesquite trees that I've tasted the bean, sucked on a little piece of the bean before, because some mesquite trees, like the one in my front yard, taste like cardboard. So no mesquite bean is going to hurt you, but you don't want to pick those ones that are not tasting good. And then the local type are velvet, and they are almost always sweet. And you can find them on the edges of our city and then planted it in a lot of yards. And there's honey mesquite that grows in southern Arizona more, but people plant it in their yards.
And when you're saying you don't want one that tastes like cardboard, do you just have to taste it to find out and then remember, don't go back to this tree?
That's right. You actually have to know each tree. You have to remember which tree tasted good. So you take just a little bit. This is a screw bean, which is a really cool type. And they've cut almost all of these down in Phoenix for some reason. But I'm planting one in my yard, and there's places you can get these. So you take just a little piece of the bean and suck on it because it's so hard, you don't want to hurt your teeth. And then it breaks down. And after about a minute, you can get that, you get a rush of either sugar or cinnamon or chocolate or something. And you go, oh, okay, that's a good treat. But in these last 2 dry years, they've been a little tangy sweet, a little more tangy than usual, because I think they're not getting enough water. But they are delicious, so it's a lot of fun to watch the kids stomping on those pillows and then making the flour. And with my machine, I like to measure everything. So I can take a pound of beans, 1 pound in weight, and I will get 2/3 of a pound of flour, and then 1/3 of a pound of what they call mash, the leftover stuff. Looks like granola. It can be used to make a drink. It makes it slightly sweet. And I've found that at the hammer mills, I've measured it, I only get 32% when I take my beans to a hammer mill. So that's one reason I really like this machine, because it's a lot of work getting those beans. I get about 250 pounds a year. And the ones that are way up high in people's yards, I use either a saguaro rib or a long extending pool pole that's really lightweight. And I tap, 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 and I have a tarp below, huge tarps. And those that want to come down. About 1/3 of what you think would come down. And then you come back in 2 days, do it again, and so on. And it's quite easy to get permission to have access to these really big trees. I just go up to the door. I have a little routine, and it's truly sincere. Hello, knock, and then I'm just a neighbor. And then they'll answer the door usually and I go, sorry to bother you, but I just love your landscape and I love this mesquite tree. Look at all those beans. Yeah, I hate those things. I got to rake them up. Landscaper's got to come and get some in my pool. Well, I'd like to occasionally come by and take some of those beans, if that's okay. Just tap on your tree. And would that be okay? Oh, yes, it would. So there, we've got it.
And that's something you do in June. Is the time for mesquite bean harvesting. So we're right on the doorstep of the season, and you don't want to pick up any that have already fallen to the ground.
Right, unless they've just fallen on your tarp or some clean grass. But otherwise, yes, they could get feces in there, urine from dogs, and all sorts of stuff. So you want to get them off the tree. The problem is when they are beautifully dry and beige or tan, they just fall off overnight. And so you have to watch. These are like relationships with each tree. You have to
that's
watch.
a good way of putting it.
Yeah. You have to know each tree. And I know like John's tree has the red striped ones, and Warren's tree has the great big honey like a horseshoe, and Another place has the screw bean that I can get.
Rosie on the house every Arizona